So for the assignment, I wanted to focus on the family influence on juvenile delinquency. And we want to focus today on the question of how can family contribute to juvenile delinquency in adolescence. So why does this topic matter? Juvenile delinquency has been a big issue in the US and in many other places around the world. When it comes to the development of a child, family is usually the first thing that can influence the way a child is raised. Family, or rather the parents, help with shaping of their child's values. They can help them instill any family beliefs. They can help with behaviors that are acceptable or unacceptable within the home or even outside the home. And they can also help shape the child's identity. Adolescence is also an important period in life where most kids can be vulnerable when making bad or good decisions that can potentially follow them throughout their life. So, juvenile delinquency can be defined as any illegal participation by a minor who is under the age of 18. Some of the behaviors from these minors that are considered delinquent can be theft, it can be school truancies, the use of any illegal substances, and violent acts towards others. Some family dynamics that can also influence these behaviors that we'll be covering are issues with supervision, any conflicts, and family structures. In 2009, a study was done from January to December. The name of the study was The Effects of Family Factors on Juvenile Delinquency. Data was taken from adolescent boys, and they were collected from their answers to questions that they were asked that covered personal questions about their lives, their parents' careers, any substance abuse that they know that maybe their parents were involved in, experience with violence, etc. The results of that research show that the major risk factors that families contributed to their juvenile delinquency was that in most of these cases, they had parents over the age of 50. There was paternal smoking. There were issues with maternal employment that affected or contributed to their juvenile delinquency, and also being raised by a single parent affected them greatly as well. So, why do some maltreated youth become offenders? Maltreated youth begin delinquent behaviors at an earlier age. They also tend to have more arrests throughout their adulthood, and they have a higher chance of becoming violent offenders than those who were not maltreated. In her article of 5 potential factors of the maltreatment delinquency relationship, Kimberly Bender pointed out the main 5 potential factors. The first one is running away from home, which is a consequence of maltreatment. Youth often tend to run away from their homes in order to avoid any drama that is happening, or if they need to seek safety somewhere else. The next one is mental health problems. So, maltreatment of youth can cause them to start experiencing symptoms of mental health. Some of those examples are PTSD, depression, low self-esteem, and anxiety. We then have substance abuse, and for this, youth will often resort to the use of substances as a way to cope with whatever issues they are dealing with. We then have school disengagement. So when this happens, the youth will have trouble focusing in school because of the effects of the problems that are happening in their home. And in most of these cases, that just means that they stop going to school. Lastly, we have deviant peer association. So youth that has been maltreated will find friendships with other youths they can relate to that are also going through the same thing, even if that means that they will associate with the wrong crowd. Siegel and Welsh also shared that kids tend to resist temptations of the streets when they have parents who are there to show and give them fair discipline and set good examples or a positive role model for them to see and follow. They also mentioned that something as small as bonding over dinner can make a positive difference. When we're looking deeper into family issues that influence delinquency, there are four topics within this. The first one is family breakup. So, this is considered anything from divorce of the parents, death of one or both parents, and anything that would fall under that category that people that are seeing that family from the outside would consider a broken home. Family conflicts are any disturbances in the home. For example, if parents are not getting along and children are seeing that, they are pretty much living with seeing unhappy parents. Then we have family competence, and this is focusing on how parents are able to properly use their parenting skills or if they lack those parenting skills in order to prevent any type of delinquency in the future. Lastly, we have family deviance. So, this is the passing down of negative or hurtful behavior to children um, from one or both parents. It's pretty much continuing the cycle of bad behavior that can eventually lead to delinquency. So, why does this issue matter? It matters because by giving families access to early intervention programs, this can help greatly by reducing juvenile crime rates. Not only does it help with crime rates, but it also helps with the lives of these youths. Programs that are available to parents that have helped with their parenting, that have helped with better supervision of their kids, and even offer counseling services to them. These programs have shown that they have strong and positive results. By having continued research on the dynamics family has on this issue, it can help by creating policies and maybe even target the main causes of these issues at hand before it's too late. So, in conclusion, we know that parenting plays a critical role in the development of these kids and the prevention of delinquency. The more positive a child's environment is, the less deviant behaviors they will tend to have, and the more negative their environment is, the more deviant behaviors they will end up having. By making sure that we are supporting families, we are also supporting youth for the better, which can make sure that they have a better future as well as improve their communities overall.